in this video we discuss about the atmospheric circulation. So in this video we also discussed about the direction of the wind and formation of the different cells like Hadley cell, Ferrel cell and polar cell. How these cells are formed on the upper layers of the earth we discussed in this video. So what is atmospheric circulation of air? It is the large scale movement of air together with the ocean circulation and means the thermal energy is redistributed on the surface of the earth. How the thermal energy is redistributing on the surface of the earth we discussed in this chapter. It is also called as the atmospheric circulation of the air. So to know the entire concept, we know the latitudes, different latitudes distribution on the earth. The first one is the 0 degree latitude, 30 degrees north and 60 degrees north and 90 degrees north latitude. And likewise in the southern hemisphere, we also know that 30 degrees south latitude, 60 degrees south latitude and 90 degrees south latitude. So what are the factors that affecting the atmospheric circulation is the insolation of the sun. It is also related to the thermal energy. The thermal energy which we get from the sun here. And the second factor which affecting the atmospheric circulation is the pressure difference. So we also keep in our mind that air always moves from high pressure areas to the low pressure area. This is the direction of the wind. Air moves from high pressure areas to the low pressure area. To know the entire concept of atmospheric circulation of air, we should be familiar with the air moves from high pressure areas to the low pressure area and the latitudinal distribution of the earth. So these latitudes are very important for this concept. So it is the earth. This is the equator, 0 degree latitude, and this is the southern hemisphere. This is the southern hemisphere and this is the northern hemisphere. Equator, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So near the equator, the sun rays falls directly onto the earth. The insolation of the sun's heat is very high. If this region is getting high temperatures, the air which is present near to the equator gets heated up. If air gets heated up in this region, here low pressure areas will be created. So as the hot air tries to move to the upper layers of the earth, up to where it moves toward approximately to the tropopause. This is the tropopause. Tropopause is the junction between the stratosphere and the troposphere. So as air moves to the upper layers of the air to the maximum height, it cools down near the tropopause and it diverges its direction, some towards this direction and some towards this direction to the southern hemisphere. After reaching to the certain distances, it tries to come down to the earth surface. So here the high pressure areas will be created. So as the high pressure area is here, from here the air moves towards to the low pressure area. By this, once circle is completed, this circle is called the Hadley cell. This is first discovered by the George Hadley. So this is called as a Hadley cell. Coming to the poles here, this high pressure area. So because the sun rays falls very slantly here, the temperature here is very low here and high pressure areas will be created. So if you are seeing here, the width of the troposphere here is the very less and whereas here is very high. This is because if the width of the troposphere is approximately minus 80 degrees centigrade, the temperatures near the equator, maximum temperatures will be recorded here is the minus 38 degrees centigrade, 38 degrees centigrade to the 40 or 42 degrees centigrade. So for reaching to the minus 80 degrees centigrade, we have to move further long distance to the upper layers of the earth. This is because here the width is very high. Here naturally the high pressure area, the temperatures are minus 38 degrees, minus 50 degrees are recorded throughout the year. So here the width of the troposphere is very less. So as the temperature is very less here the high pressure areas will be created near the poles. So if the high pressure areas, according to our concept, air moves from high pressure to the low pressure area. So as it is moving towards to this equator region, after coming to the 60 degrees centigrade, it gets heated up. So here low pressure area is created. So according to this concept, from here to the wind, the air tries to move to the upper layers of the air. After reaching near to the tropopause, some diverges its direction near towards the poles and some towards to the equator region. So it completes the one cell here. This is called the polar cell. So here are the winds which are blowing here is called the polar easterlies. The winds which are blowing here, northeast trade winds. Or it is also called as the northeasterlies. So here low pressure area and here high pressure area is created. According to our concept, the air is moving from high pressure areas to the low pressure area towards to the 60 degrees latitude. After coming to the low pressure area, the air again moves to the upper layers of the earth approximately to the tropopause. After reaching to the tropopause, it diverges its direction, some towards this direction and some towards this direction, and from here to this direction. After reaching to the 30 degrees high pressure area, it diverges its direction like this. For this, one cell will be completed. This is called the Ferrel cell. So it was discovered by the William Ferrel. This cell is named as a Ferrel cell. So the winds which are blowing here are called the westerlies. So the polar cell and the Hadley cell are called the thermal cells, because these cells are formed due to the insolation of the sun's energy and the differences of the pressure. These cells are formed, we are calling them as a thermal cell. Whereas the Ferrel cell is called the mechanical cell. The gap which is created by this Hadley cell and polar cell is called the Ferrel cell. That is why it is called the mechanical cell. So the polar cell in the Hadley cell, we did not find a very good terrains in these regions. We find only the hot deserts and some cold deserts are found here. According to the ITCZ, the Hadley cell little bit move towards to the north direction, or sometimes it moves towards to the south direction. So whereas the here Ferrel cell, we find the good terrain region in this region, because not hot temperatures and not cool temperature. Sometimes it is also called weak prevailing westerlies also. Because of the shifting of these Hadley cell towards the north directions and sometimes towards to the south direction, we call them as the weak prevailing westerlies. The winds which are blowing here are weak when compared to the Hadley cell and polar cell. By this we completed this chapter.